Hello everybody, today I am tier listing Persona 3 Portable OST. This was supposed to be in the Persona 3 Dancing OST video, but that one took a little longer than I thought it would to come out, and I didn't want to stall anymore, so here we are. This video follows the exact same format as all the other ones. I take a tier list, I put Persona songs in there, and I say if they're S or A or B or whatever tier. If you're new around these parts, or maybe you haven't remembered to subscribe, then maybe you should check. If you have, just a little scroll, maybe even a little glance, and you see if you are or you aren't. This OST is relatively short, so there's no need for me to, explain myself, blah blah blah. I comment on most songs, I speak on most of them. There's like 2 that I don't, maybe 3. So if you're really desperate, you can comment about them. Or if you disagree with me a whole bunch, then you can also send me a well-constructed paragraph about how wrong I am. And I think that's all I have to say for the intro, so let's start off with Soul Phase, and let's get this tier list rolling. With this song, I really like the guitar actually, for the first time in a long time, through the Persona OST tier list reaction videos. I think that the drums and the guitar complement each other very well. I think that it's really funny how they took a male vocalist into this song and then never used him ever again. Ain't that great? I see what they did there, because it's in the main game, it's a female singing the songs. So they did the opening for Man this time. They never used him again for some reason, and they brought back a woman to sing this. The rest of this OST, I mean, I haven't reacted at all yet, so I don't know that. I'm gonna give Soul Phase an A tier. I think it's a little bit too short, and I think that at the end they kind of go into a more safer drum pattern. And I wanted more awesome drums that kind of just go wacky and crazy and go Insano style, rather than going a little bit calm. On to the next song, A Way of Life. I really like the part where the beat cuts out and then it goes into the actual song. That's just like a really small tidbit that I really enjoy. This song kind of feels like walking through a summer's day in like a really packed town or city, and the sun's beaming down on you. Probably more in a town rather than a city because of all the big fucking buildings. Anyway, and then when the chorus hits, I really like the part where you can hear a little breath. This is weird. I really like the part where you can hear a little breath be exhaled whenever the vocalist finishes saying Way of Life, and then she jumps right back into it as if nothing ever happened. Hey, listen bro, small little bits like that, that's what I need. Fun little fact actually, A Way of Life that used to give me an existential crisis every single time I listened to it. God knows why, but I used to get really in my head whenever I listened to this song, and then I couldn't listen to this song. But for some reason, randomly one day, I picked it up again, listened to it, and then I didn't have one. So it's S tier. LOL. Next song. Okay, I'm 99% sure that After School is just a Persona 4 OST and they just kind of like forgot about it and put it in this game. I can hear the lyrics of a Persona 4 song while this song plays. That saxophone has Persona 4 written all over it. I think that After School is decent, it's B tier. If this was in a Persona 4 OST, I would not be complaining, so don't be fooled, don't be thinking that I'm biased to Persona 3. I'd probably give it the same if it was in any other OST, even Persona 5. I forgot that when they made this game, they were probably heavy in their Persona 4 bag, and probably kind of forgot the vibe of Persona 3 when it came to their OST and had to just freestyle. Anyway, B tier After School. On to the next OST. Time! I don't know why you had those little 8-bit noises before the drums decided to kick in. Didn't really like that, but it was probably the best 8-bit iteration that this whole franchise has ever used. Does that make sense? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna put Time into B tier. I think the vocalist absolutely killed this. I think that if it didn't have those little fucking 8-bit block noises, this would be way higher. Maybe not S tier though. But I think that this is like a very peaceful song. I think this is something that you whack on in the background and you just kind of sit back in your chair in a dark room and just look up at the ceiling and listen to this, you know? Anyone else? Just me? Okay. Next song. Wiping All Out. It's a battle OST. Anyone who's watched the other however many videos by this point has probably realized I'm not very fond of battle OSTs. Have I ever played Persona 3 Portable? Yes! So I'll give you 3 seconds to make a prediction where you think this is gonna go. Well, isn't that a surprise? I really like Wiping All Out. I think it is S tier. I think that you put Lotus Juice and a vocalist on an OST and it kinda is a guaranteed A or S tier. Is there any OST that has both vocalists, like Lotus Juice and whoever they hired for that game? Is there a song that hasn't been an S tier featuring the both of them? Let me know! I think that the trombone, saxophone, whatever the fuck, clarinet, I don't know. I think whatever that is at the beginning is actually used well. It isn't overpowering, it lasts for a couple of seconds and kind of adds to the song instead of taking away from the song. And by taking away, I mean taking away real estate from an actually good instrument. And you know what was great too? Actually hearing Lotus Juice fucking say some words and not it be drowned out by the beat. Persona 3 Reload. Anyway, I think that's all. So on to the next song. Did I say this was S tier? I did. I think. Sun. This song has very, very Persona 4 vibes. So many Persona 4 all over the place. Persona 4ing all over. Sorry. I don't really like this song that much. I think that it is probably C tier. I used to really like it, but then, I don't know, I think I grew out of it. It's not to say that this song is bad or anything. I think this song feels very authentic. I think that it was made with care, definitely. And I think that it was made to sound good to the ear. For some reason, I'm gonna bring this back to Persona 5. I think that the Persona 5 OST just feels really manufactured. Like, it doesn't feel that real, kind of feels a little bit fake. But that could just be me. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Sun. On to the next song. Another Persona 4 song is snuck into the Persona 3 Portable OST. What the fuck? Danger Zone. Wrong game. This isn't meant to be your game. I'm gonna put Danger Zone in B tier. And if it was in the Persona 4 OST, it would also go into B tier. Remember that, I'm not biased. Woo! Sorry, I'm listening to it right now. That was a really good part. I really like the guitars on this. I like how they're not following a pretend tune that you're supposed to sing to. I fucking hate that shit. That's why so many of the Persona 5 OST songs were so low tiered. I hate when they do that a lot. So I'm very glad that Danger Zone doesn't have that, even though it has very big Persona 4 embers. Anyway, B tier. On to the next song. Alright. It wouldn't be a Fiery Shadow 157 tier list without a single F tier. And here we are blessed with the first F of this OST. Way of Life Remix. This is fucking dog shit. It's funny how I said earlier in this video that I really like parts, I really like songs without guitars going for the fucking lyrics, and then this shit has it. Come on, you can't make this shit up. I will never understand this company's fucking problem. I will never understand why they remake such good songs, they take them and they go and remix them and just make them shit. I'll never fucking understand it. Anyway, we got the point system to do. If you're new around these parts, we got tiers S to F. You can see them on screen. Every single song in the S tier gets 6 points. Every single song in the A tier gets 5 points. B tier 4 points. C tier 3 points. D tier 2 points. E tier 1 point. And for every F tier song, I take away a point. Comment down your predictions in the comment box below for Persona 3 Portable's OST and how well you think is going to perform. Remember, this only has 10 songs. Quite a few of them are in C tier and above. Ooh, this will be interesting. What do you guys think I will get? This OST will get, not me. I'm gonna go do the calculations. I'll see you in the next clip. Now for those who can do basic maths, I'm sure that prediction wasn't too difficult. But for those who struggled with maths, then let me tell you that this OST, Persona 3 Portable, is definitely in the top 3 that we've done so far. Possibly even in the top 2, and maybe it's the new leader. Guys, give it up for the Persona 3 Portable OST. An OST that has shown us that you don't need 140 songs, 120 songs, 90 songs, 80, however many. You only need 10 to win. So far, it has an average score of 3.4 points across the board per song. Wow. Wow, who would have seen that coming? Me? Maybe. I did quite like this OST. The fact they did this for a fucking handheld portable game, come on bro, in like what, 2011? Are you serious? Well, that's the end of this video. I don't know what's next, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!